make double instantly. All right, I gotta go. I'm in a networking thing. My name's Steve. What do? I make everyone more money. You give me $2, I give you $3. Boom, doubled. That's how we do it.
Hi, my name is Becky, and I do interior design, and I'm really good at it.
My name's Kyler. I'm into photography. I like to take pictures of just life and really existence, you know.
Oh my gosh, I just get so nervous at these networking things. I'm just like, oh, Marlene, calm down, you can do it.
I was at a networking event in China, okay? I don't even speak Chinese, but I got 3 businesses, doubled their yen, all right? Think about that.
You think I look hot? We should be Facebook friends.
I don't believe in business cards, you know. I just think, like, if the universe wants us to work together, you know, that our paths would cross.
I had a pregnancy scare, and that really changed me. I thought, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do with the 6th?
Why am I here networking with the commoners? No offense. Why am I here? So I can stay humble.
I didn't come here just to flirt with you. Maybe. They took a pint of fluids from my lower back.
I'm starting to get the feeling that the universe doesn't want me to get to know you.
Do you think I look like Reese Witherspoon?
That is how I passed my kidney stone.
You gotta go. Bill Gates, see ya.
Hey, Bill.
Great meeting you. Can I have your number, please? No, where are you going?
Want to attend the legendary Thrive Time Show Business Workshop for free? Subscribe on iTunes, leave an objective review, and send us confirmation at info@thrivetimeshow.com to claim your tickets. Want to live in a van down by the river? Come by and see us at our Riverwalk offices, and we'll be able to make your dreams come true.
See, I don't know where that band is performing, what subway they're in, but I want to go there.
You want to be there, I can tell.
I want to be there.
Did I hear a wood block?
Yeah, there was the whole wood block. It's like someone was banging some kind of bucket. I mean, just an incredible subway band right there.
Incredible. Probably some overturned, jars or buckets. And
it's a musical buffet in the subway.
Now, this could be the shortest podcast we've ever done, unless it's not, because it's a podcast. There's no limit to how long it is or how long it isn't. The question is Mindset 101. People ask us all the time, well, yeah, I know you say that you become the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with, but what if it's different in my case? They always say, well, what if it's different in my case? You don't understand my case. What if I am an exception? So I'm going to lay out the rules. They're kind of like the gravitational pull of success or lack thereof. And I'd like for Z to break it down. And Luke Owens, you're a business owner. I'd like to get your take on this as the owner of a gym right here in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. So here we go. Z, principle number 1, your network is your net worth. Somebody says, but it's different in my case. My network is, I don't need to surround myself with smart people that are on time or who work hard. I just surround myself with idiots, and then I just view them as my mission field.
If you run with the dogs, you're going to get fleas.
Oh.
And if you hang out with the idiots, you will yourself do idiotic things.
And what happens is, principle number 2, is the people around you define your normal. So what happens is over time, you begin to act like the people around you the most.
It's just affecting. I know a lot of people that say, I am going to be a positive influence on this person. Oh. I know they have all these issues and problems, but you know what? I'm taking it upon myself to let them enter into my inner circle.
Inner circle.
And then I'm going to be a positive influence on them. And that can be noble, and you might put some of your life energy into that if you're into that. But what I'm telling you is that at some point, and they teach you this in lifeguard training, water safety instructor, lifeguard training.
Yes.
And that is somebody's out there and they're drowning. Okay, and they're in the ocean, they're in a big body of water.
Help me!
Help me! And you swim out to them, and they will not. They're so panicky, they will not stop flailing.
Help me!
Because the natural tendency is if they can't get their panic under control, just like Clay is now. When you approach them, they will actually want to use you to leverage up to get up out of the water.
Get under me so I can push myself up.
And they will inadvertently drown you, and then you both will drown. So at some point, as mean as it sounds in the training, at some point when you swim out there, and if you can't get that person to reason and to stop doing what they're doing, then you have to just swim away from them and let them go. And I know that sounds mean.
But it's a podcast.
But it's a podcast.
Can I bring us back up with the lifeguard joke?
Not yet.
Okay.
we're still down. But my point
if
is
you
is
bring
that
Bibles, right? If you bring enough Bibles to a strip club, eventually you'll look around. I'm telling you, I see this all the time. I see people who in my office in the years past who are hanging out with an idiot on my team, and they'll go, "Oh man, this guy's a bad person." This happens numerous times. They said, "I'm just going to go out to lunch with him and kind of share with him my faith, share with him my faith. I'm going to keep doing that." And then twice that I know of, they came to me later and said, "Here's the deal. If my wife calls, I was at the strip club, and it was just because we were going to go out to Fridays. Then we started going to Hooters every week, and then he just said, well, why not? And then all of a sudden, and I'm like, really? I'm not going to lie on your behalf. You should call." And I said, twice, 2 specific times this has happened. And somebody started out saying they wanted to just minister to them. They're going through a rough. I'm telling you, man, darkness typically will absolutely crush the light. It will just
it can
extinguish it. I see it all the time.
And the problem is that unless you're really trained in that, unless that's your life calling, unless you really have a lot of good support in that,
unless you're a pastor,
you'll get sucked down to the quagmire. And the problem is that they rub off on you just like you rub off on them, is my point.
Yes.
And sometimes you just have to look at that person and say, listen, you're not healthy. You're not helping me move my ball down the field. And so why am I spending time on you?
And if you're a business owner, who are you spending your time with? Employees. And so if you allow idiots to work with you, pretty soon you start to think things like, well, I guess someone can't be held accountable to make calls because it's so hard to get my team to do it. I guess it's hard to get my team to clean the bathroom, so no team can clean the bathroom. So you start saying, I guess if I want it to be done right, I have to do it myself. Now, Tim Ferriss, the best-selling author of The 4-Hour Work Week and a successful early-stage investor in Facebook and Uber and Evernote, he says the people around you he says you are the average of the 5 people you associate with the most. He says, you are the average of the 5 people you most associate with. Luke, you're a business owner.
Yep.
You've surrounded yourself with people throughout the years. I'm sure some good people, some idiots. What happens if you surround yourself with enough idiots on your team?
Your business definitely does not grow, and you just become very frustrated. But what I've learned is that by surrounding myself with people like you guys and the Thrive team, very shortly that can change.
Yes.
And your business starts to thrive.
Sick. You mean you can't surround your business with a bunch of... Now, Z, think about this. I was telling... this is the analogy I was telling entrepreneurs. I said, imagine every employee who walks into your business has a number, okay? So if I walk in and I'm a 2, and you walk in, Z, and you're a 10, and Chup is a 10, and Luke is a 10, then there's a total of 40 points available, and your business is the average of that point total. So if you have a bunch of 2s walk into work every single day, you can't expect to have a 10-level output. I mean, customers, I'm telling you what, you talk about judgmentalness and you talk about being pretty finicky. Customers, if they exchange their hard-earned money for a good or service and it's not good, and it doesn't offer them the service, they're not coming back, man.
Ain't coming back.
And so you could be, Captain, I understand, and not fire people, and if that's your lot in life, then go for it. But it will absolutely contaminate your mindset, Chuck.
I want to say something that, people are probably thinking, and that is that, yes, sometimes being an idiot is fun, right? Sometimes not delaying gratification.
Look, Chop, look how many beers I can drink. It's awesome.
I put 8 of them in a beer bong, man.
It's awesome.
So that, people can have fun doing that, but the problem is when idiots are having fun all the time, they're not delaying gratification like Dr. Zellner talks about all the time, and you won't get anywhere on that path.
Can I tell you about my story about the naked Caucasian Buddha? Z, can I tell you about the naked Caucasian Buddha?
The naked Caucasian Buddha.
I used to have a company called DJConnection.com.
Okay.
And I told the guys after the event, after we hit our sales goals, I'll take you guys out to eat. So a young man on our team, there's about 15 of us going out to eat, and one guy on our team loved to eat, and he loved challenges. So a member of my team says, I bet you can't eat that entire dessert from this Italian restaurant. And this Italian restaurant, it was called Roma's or something. It said that on the menu, it says that, the calories. It's like 2,000 calories for like 2 slices, and the whole cake, the whole cheesecake has like 6 servings, or so it's an insane. It's like 12,000 calories, something crazy. And then he says, I can do it, but and these are all things that are happening, but I'm at one end of the table, so I don't know the whole thing. I hear about it secondhand later. Long story short, the guy ends up eating the whole cheesecake, and he downs like 12 to 13 Long Island iced teas previous to us leaving.
That's a beautiful concoction.
So we're now in downtown Dallas. And downtown Dallas, there's that Hyatt downtown with the big ball on top, the big sphere.
Yes.
And we're there, and I told the guys, hey, after the work, after we have a great day at the bridal show, we'll get in a limo, we'll take you guys out to eat, and then we'll drive back, So I start asking the guys, hey, guys, where's that guy? Like, where did he go? And they're all saying, well, we saw him just a minute ago. And I'm like, guys, where was he? They go, well, he had like 13 Long Island iced teas that I know about.
He was a lot of alcohol.
So I asked one of the guys, I said, dude, how do you know this? He goes, well, I told him that for every one he bought, I'd buy him one. So that was our deal. And I'm like, I know I got billed for 6. And I'm like, okay. So we're looking around Dallas at like 11 o'clock at night. Now, this is the kind of stuff the guy did all the time, and I would never fire people like this until I finally realized he couldn't rely on these people. So it's like midnight. Now, the trade show, it's a 2-day show. The next morning is trade show. You have to be there at like 7 a.m. for roll call. The thing opens up at 10. So it's like, getting close to midnight, and I'm going, where is he? And we're looking around. And those of you who are familiar with downtown Dallas, there's a Buddha that's on about a 20-foot tall waterfall. And it's like Star Wars. The scene where Luke goes out on that pedestal to fight Darth Vader for the first time, and Darth Vader cuts his hand off? It's one of those, like, if you fall, you're dead kind of moments.
Yes.
And we hear water rushing, and we hear this, like, help me, help me. And it's like, is that him? And I look, and there he is, about a block and a half away, somehow completely intoxicated and naked, holding the face of this Buddha. I need help getting down. And I had to spend my evening trying to get a hold of certain members of may or may not have been law enforcement community, trying to get a member of our team down. I'm not exaggerating. If you've been to downtown Dallas and you've seen this Buddha with the fountain, it's got to be 20 feet up in the air. I mean, a basketball goal is 10 feet. It's got to be 20. And underneath him is a very shallow pool of water all made out of marble. And he's like, get me down. And I'm like,
dude, you just climb. You just took off his clothes and climbed up there.
I don't know. Do you get naked first? What's the strategy?
I really not. I've never climbed a 20-foot Buddha before.
Let me tell you what you do. No,
now, after I found this guy, we get him back. He's got like hypothermia because this is a winter show. Bridal shows are like in January. Again, we get back to our trade show, and I'm like, guys, I need you to go to sleep. It's like 4 a.m., 3 a.m. We got to go to sleep because we got to get up like in 4 hours. I'm tired of this knuckleheadedness, and I'm so furious about it. I didn't ask where the other guy was. So I'm like, hey, have you guys seen Keith? Where's Keith? Where is he? And they're going, I thought he was with you. I thought we broke up. I thought he was with you. And so the next morning, we wake up, and there's a man laying in a pool of his own vomit in a bush right there in front of the Hyatt Hotel. And I'm like, dude,
stay classy.
And I thought about, dude, you got to get up. You got to forget it. And so like we went to the bridal show, and this happened about 2 years in a row. And Vanessa, I'd come back, and Vanessa's like, well, how'd the show go? And I'm like, well, we got one guy that woke up naked next to a Buddha in a high place. Another guy who was drunk as a skunk in a bush. And it seems normal. And I'm like, how is that normal? She goes, it happens every time, babe. You're surrounded by idiots. You got to fire those people.
You're surrounded by, I am.
But because she wasn't in it, I thought it was like, see, this is what business is. You're just doing
and they're DJs. I mean, this is what you get with DJs. These are how these guys are, and I've got to, it is what it is.
Remarkably similar to some construction stories. I'll just
That's what it was, though. And I'm telling you, the same guy that woke up drunk in the bush, one time he took a Honda big SUV, and he ran it super fast, drove it super fast through the Union High School track.
Oh, wow.
Because he was trying to like impress buddies while intoxicated. So his vehicle's left in the middle of the Union High School football stadium with all my DJ equipment.
Nice.
You know what that's like, trying to get a hold of the law enforcement community and explain to them why your DJ equipment is in the middle of there, because there's a track that runs around the stadium, and he's out there, and I'm just... That kind of stuff, see, that can become your normal if you're not careful.
Well, it became your normal, and you put up with it for years.
Dumb. Like 5 years.
Right, and there's somebody listening right now. There's someone listening right now going,
that's true.
That's me. That's
me. I'm actually drunk. How drunk were they?
I'm on that Buddha right now.
And you can hear them going, well, they're my brother, though. I mean, how drunk do they have to be before you know it's time?
Yeah, exactly.
So here's the final move. You don't want to take feedback or the advice from most people. Don't take feedback or advice from most people. I'll give you an example. The sales guy that's not performing wants to now set your new sales quota. The web optimization guy who's on page 7 of Google wants to tell you how to do it. The accounting guy who's gone into bankruptcy twice wants to give you accounting tips. The person who's not good at sales wants to give you advertising tips. The person called Simon Sinek who wrote a terrible book called How to Motivate Everyone.
Everyone. Well, you're
The
a bad
Power of
leader if
Why.
you don't.
Yeah, Chuck, will you pull up Simon Sinek's book title as I continue to pelt Simon Sinek with insults on a weekly basis? And then books written by con artists will teach you that doing the same thing every day, expecting a different result, is called insanity. No, it's called diligence. Just a thought. Now, motivational tips from get-rich-quick gurus. You got to be careful where you're getting your information from, man. You got to be careful.
You got to be careful. And the thing about it is, advice is like elbows. Everybody's got some.
Ooh.
Hey, man. You know what? And so, unless you vet them, unless you really get a good understanding, I mean, I think that's one of the things that's been fun for us is seeing all the people that have vetted us now over the year plus that we've been doing the podcast / radio show. And our backgrounds and what we have accomplished and what we are currently still even accomplishing, and then listen to the facts that we just throw out there. I mean, it's kind of fun when you use facts to back up your story.
There's an example. Simon Sinek, he wrote a book called Start With Why. It's called How Great Leaders Inspire Everyone to Take Action. And I never miss an opportunity to share this story. But Dr. Z, I would consider you to be a very good leader.
Thank you.
I'm going to one-up you. I'm going to say I think Lee Cockrell's probably a really, really good leader. 40,000 employees.
I would agree.
Probably want to one-up Lee, though. I think GE, Jack Welch, he managed hundreds of thousands of employees.
Of the heap.
He's probably the best. But then I think one-up for the Judeo-Christians out there, I think Jesus was probably a good leader.
Well, you think, yeah.
Now, then he didn't attend Simon Sinek's leadership classes. Because apparently
not.
Simon Sinek, his subtitle of his book says, How Great Leaders Inspire Everyone to Take Action. And so you have to look at the source and you say, Simon Sinek, okay, I just want to see what businesses he's run because I think it's important we should look at that before.
Yeah, we've got to vet him a little bit.
Yeah, let's look at that real quick.
Why not?
Here. Yeah, I mean,
that's the advice we're giving you.
So he actually, turns out he went to college, so he went to high school there in Wimbledon area and in London. And then he decided to, go to college. So he went to college at London City University, and he received a bachelor's, a BA in cultural anthropology from a university.
Well, there you go.
And there he began to write. And so I guess as he understands he understands because he gets it where you and I don't get it. Lee Cockrell doesn't get it. Jesus Christ didn't get it.
I didn't study any cultural anthropology. Did you?
What tips would you give Jesus on how to motivate everyone? Because apparently he couldn't motivate everyone. In fact, what percentage of people could he motivate?
Well, the thing, I would have said, hey, listen, this thing ain't working out so much. Just keep that water into wine thing going. We'll just get up. We'll just give him a little tipsy, and then I think we can motivate him better that way.
When Jesus was taking the loaves and feeding everybody, and he's multiplying and the fishes and the loaves and the fish and the loaves, I would have walked up to him and said, Psst, buddy, in the future, because you're going to live forever, right? You're omniscient, omnipresent, omnipotent. There's a book written by a guy who went to college that will teach you how to motivate everyone. And it starts with the why. That's what you're missing.
And if you're not a good leader.
You're not a good leader. No, quit beating yourself up that you have to fire people occasionally. You have to. Chup, there's somebody out there listening who says, I feel bad that I have to fire somebody. I'm telling you, there's people out there listening saying, I feel bad that I have to fire somebody. Help cure them of this dis-ease.
Well, here's the deal. They don't feel bad about screwing you over. So quit feeling bad about firing them because there are people in your business that are stealing from you. They're lying about what time they clocked in. They're trying to put gas in their vehicle instead of the company vehicle. It happens every single time in every single business. So don't feel bad about firing people that are already screwing you over without feeling bad about it themselves.
And the deeper thing is this, and the thing we're challenging you on this podcast is firing employees and people that you're paying money to. That's almost easy compared to firing the friend who's an idiot and bringing you down in your life.
Who's talking in your ear after you get off a tough day of work and every single week just telling you can't do it, it's not a good idea, giving you stupid management advice, giving you terrible financial advice? Who's in your ear?
You don't need to do that tonight. Let's go to the bar. Let's go. You don't need to do that. Let's go do this. Set that aside. You're always working. Come on. Let's go.
Come on, man.
So the point is that firing, even pruning in your personal life, is so very important.
Probably the most important.
Personal prune.
Personal prune. I'm pruning my person.
If there's I never was a chance to endorse prune juice and the weekly regimen. If you've ever thought about drinking prune juice, if you drink a half bottle, you're going to need about 15 minutes from now.
A quart of prune juice.
You're going to
make an extra strategy.
Yeah,
prune those idiot friends.
All right, now Thrive Nation, on our next podcast, we're talking about time blocking 101 and actually blocking out time to do what matters. Actually blocking out time to do what matters. We always want to end the show with a 3 and a 2 and a 1 and a boom. So, without any further ado, 3, 2, 1, boom!
The number of new customers that we've had is up 411% over last year. We are Jared and Jennifer Johnson. We own Platinum Pest and Lawn and are located in Owasso, Oklahoma. And we have been working with Thrive for business coaching for almost a year now.
Yeah. So what we want to do is we want to share some wins with you guys that we've had by working with Thrive. First of all, we're on the top page of Google now. Okay. I just want to let you know what type of accomplishment this is. Our competition, Orkin, Terminex, they're both $1.3 billion companies. They both have 2,000 to 3,000 pages of content attached to their website. So to basically go from virtually non-existent on Google to up on the top page is really saying something. But that's come by being diligent to the systems that Thrive has, by being consistent and diligent on doing podcasts and staying on top of those podcasts to really help with getting up on with their listing and ranking there with Google.
And also we've been trying to get Google reviews, asking our customers for reviews. And now we're the highest rated and most reviewed pest and lawn company in the Tulsa area. And that's really helped with our conversion rate. And the number of new customers that we've had is up 411% over last year.
Wait, say that again. How much are we up?
411%.
Okay, so 411% we're up with our new customers. Amazing.
Right. So not only do we have more customers calling in, we're able to close those deals at a much higher rate than we were before. Right now, our closing rate is about 85%, and that's largely due to, first of all, like our Google reviews that we've gotten people really see that our customers are happy, but also we have a script that we follow. And so when customers call in, they get all the information that they need. That script has been refined time and time again. It wasn't a one and done deal. It was a system that we followed with Thrive in the refining process, and that has obviously the 411% shows that system works.
Yeah. So here's a big one for you. So last week alone, our booking percentage was 91%. We actually booked more deals, more new customers last year than we did the first 5 months. Or I'm sorry, we booked more deals last week than we did the first 5 months of last year from before we worked with Thrive. So again, we booked more deals last week than the first 5 months of last year. And it's incredible. But the reason why we have that success is by implementing the systems that Thrive has taught us and helped us out with. So.
Some of those systems that we've implemented are group interviews. That way we've really been able to come up with a really great team. We've created and implemented checklists. That way everything gets done and it gets done right. It creates accountability. We're able to make sure that everything gets done properly, both out in the field and also in our office. And also doing the podcast, like Jared had mentioned, that has really, really contributed to our success. But that, like I said, the diligence and consistency in doing those and that system has really, really been a big blessing in our lives. And also, it's really shown that we've gotten the success from following those systems.
Yeah. So before working with Thrive, we were basically stuck. Really no new growth with our business. And we were in a rut and we didn't know.
The last 3 years, our customer base had pretty much stayed the same. We weren't shrinking, but we weren't really growing either.
Yeah, and so we didn't really know where to go, what to do, how to get out of this rut that we're in. But Thrive helped us with that. They implemented those systems. They taught us those systems. They taught us the knowledge that we needed in order to succeed. Now it's been a grind. Absolutely, it's been a grind this last year. But we're getting those fruits from that hard work and the diligent effort that we're able to put into it. So again, we were in a rut. Thrive helped us get out of that rut. And if you're thinking about working with Thrive, quit thinking about it and just do it. Do the action, and you'll get the results. It will take hard work and discipline, but that's what it's going to take in order to really succeed. So we just want to give a big shout out to Thrive, a big thank you out there to Thrive. We wouldn't be where we're at now without their help.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Moore. I'm a pediatric dentist. Through our new digital marketing plan, we have seen a marked increase in the number of new patients that we're seeing every month, year over year. 1 month, for example, we went from 110 new patients the previous year to over 180 new patients in the same month. And overall, our average is running about 40 to 42% increase month over month, year over year. The group of people required to implement our new digital marketing plan is immense, starting with a business coach, videographers, photographers, web designers. Back when I graduated dental school in 1985, nobody advertised. The only marketing that was ethically allowed in everybody's eyes was mouth-to-mouth marketing. By choosing to use the services, you're choosing to use a proven turnkey marketing and coaching system that will grow your practice and get you the results that you're looking for. I went to the University of Oklahoma College of Dentistry, graduated in 1983, and then I did my pediatric dental residency at Baylor College of Dentistry from 1983 to 1985.
Hello, my name is Charles Kolaw with Kolaw Fitness. Today I want to tell you a little bit about Clay Clark and how I know Clay Clark. Clay Clark has been my business coach since 2017. He's helped us grow from 2 locations to now 6 locations. We're planning to do 7 locations in 7 years and then franchise. And Clay has done a great job of helping us navigate anything that has to do with like running the business, building the systems, the checklists, the workflows, the audits, how to navigate lease agreements, how to buy property, how to work with brokers and builders. This guy is just amazing. He's this kind of guy has worked in every single industry. He's written books with like Lee Cockrell, head of Disney, with the 40,000 cast members. He's friends with like Mike Lindell. He does Reawaken America tours where he does these tours all across the country where 10,000 or more people show up to some of these tours. On the day-to-day, he does anywhere from about 160 companies. He's at the top. He has a team of business coaches, videographers, and graphic designers and web developers, and they run 160 companies every single week. So think of this guy with a team of business coaches running 160 companies. So in the weekly, he's running 160 companies. Every 6 to 8 weeks, he's doing Reawaken America tours. Every 6 to 8 weeks, he's also doing business conferences where 200 people show up, and he teaches people a 13-step proven system that he's done and worked with billionaires, helping them grow their companies. So I've seen guys from startups go from startup to being multimillionaires, teaching people how to get time freedom and financial freedom through the system. Critical thinking, document creation, putting it into organizing everything in their head to building into a franchisable, scalable business. Like one of his businesses has like 500 franchises. That's just one of the companies or brands that he works with. So amazing guy, Elon Musk kind of like smart guy. He kind of comes off sometimes as socially awkward, but he's so brilliant and he's taught me so much. When I say that, like Clay is like, he doesn't care what people think when you're talking to him. He cares about where you're going in your life and where he can get you to go. And that's what I like most about him. He's like a good coach. A coach isn't just making you feel good all the time. A coach is actually helping you get to the best you. And Clay has been an amazing business coach. Through the course of that, we became friends. I was really most impressed with him is when I was shadowing him one time. We went into a business deal and listened to it. I got to shadow and listen to it. And when we walked out, I knew that he could make millions on the deal. And they were super excited about working with him. And he told me, he's like, I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to turn it down because he knew it was going to harm the common good of people in the long run. And the guy's integrity just really wowed me. It brought tears to my eyes to see that this guy, his highest desire was to do what's right. And anyways, just an amazing man. So anyways, impacted me a lot. He's helped navigate anytime I've got nervous or worried about how to run the company or, navigating competition and an economy that's like, I remember we got closed down for 3 months. He helped us navigate on how to stay open, how to get back open, how to just survive through all the COVID shutdowns, lockdowns.
I'm Rachel with Tip Top Canine, and we just want to give a huge thank you to Clay and Vanessa Clark.
Hey guys, I'm Ryan with Tip Top Canine. Just want to say a big thank you to Thrive 15. Thank you to Make Your Life Epic. We love you guys, we appreciate you, and really just appreciate how far you've taken us.
This is our old house, right? This is where we used to live a few years ago. This is our old neighborhood. See, it's nice, right?
So this is my old van and our old school marketing, and this is our old team. And by team, I mean it's me and another guy.
This is our new house with our new neighborhood. This is our new van with our new marketing, and this is our new team. We went from 4 to 14, and I took this beautiful photo. We worked with several different business coaches in the past, and they were all about helping Ryan sell better and just teaching sales, which is awesome, but Ryan is a really great salesman. So we didn't need that. We needed somebody to help us get everything that was in his head out into systems, into manuals and scripts, and actually build a team. So now that we have systems in place, we've gone from 1 to 10 locations in only a year.
In October 2016, we grossed 13 grand for the whole month. Right now it's 2018, the month of October. It's only the 22nd. We've already grossed a little over 50 grand for the whole month, and we still have time to go. We're just thankful for you, thankful for Thrive and your mentorship, and we're really thankful that you guys have helped us to grow a business that we run now instead of the business running us. Just thank you times 1,000.
The Thrive Time Show 2-day interactive business workshops are the highest and most reviewed business workshops on the planet.
You can learn the proven 13-point business systems that Dr. Zellner and I have used over and over to start and grow successful companies. I mean, we get into the specific steps on what you need to do to optimize your website. We're going to teach you how to fix your conversion rate. We're going to teach you how to do a social media marketing campaign that works. How do you raise capital? How do you get a small business loan? We teach you everything you need to know here during a 2-day, 15-hour workshop. It's all here for you. You work every day in your business, but for 2 days you can escape and work on your business and build these proven systems so now you can have a successful company that will produce both the time freedom and the financial freedom that you deserve. You're going to leave energized, motivated, but you're also going to leave empowered. The reason why I've built these workshops is because as an entrepreneur, I always wish that I had this. And because there wasn't anything like this, I would go to these motivational seminars, no money down, real estate, Ponzi scheme, get motivated seminars, and they would never teach me anything. It was like you went there and you paid for the big chocolate Easter bunny, but inside of it, it was a hollow nothingness. And I wanted the knowledge, and they're like, oh, but we'll teach you the knowledge after our next workshop. And the great thing is we have nothing to upsell. At every workshop, we teach you what you need to know. There's no one in the back of the room trying to sell you some next big get-rich-quick, walk-on-hot coals product. It's literally, we teach you the brass tacks, the specific stuff that you need to know to learn how to start and grow a business. And I encourage you to not believe what I'm saying, and I want you to Google the Z66 auto auction. I want you to Google elephant in the room. Look at Robert Zellner and Associates. Look them up and say, are they successful because they're geniuses, or are they successful because they have a proven system? When you do that research, you will discover that the same systems that we use in our own business can be used in your business. Come to Tulsa, book a ticket, and I guarantee you it's going to be the best business workshop ever, and we'll even give you your money back if you don't love it. We've built this facility for you, and we're excited to see you.
Hey, I'm Ryan Wimpy with Tip Top Canine, and I'm the founder.
I'm Rachel Wimpy, and I am a co-founder.
So we've been running Tip Top for about the last 14 years, franchising for the last 3-4 years. So someone that'd be a good fit for Tip Top loves dogs, they're high energy, they want to be able to own their own job, but they don't want to worry about, that high failure rate. They want to do that like bowling with bumper lanes.
So you give us a call, reach out to us, we'll call you, and then we'll send you an FDD, look over that, read it, fall asleep to it, it's very boring, and then we'll book a discovery day, and you come and you can spend a day or two with us, make sure that you actually like it, make sure your training dogs is something that you want to do.
So an FDD is a franchise disclosure document. It's a federally regulated document that goes into all the nitty-gritty details of what the franchise agreement entails.
So who would be a good fit to buy a Tip Top Canine would be somebody who loves dogs, who wants to work with dogs all day as their profession. You'll make a lot of money, you'll have a lot of fun, it's very rewarding. And who would not be a good fit is a cat person.
So the upfront cost for Tip Top is $43,000. And a lot of people say they're generating doctor money, but on our disclosure, the numbers are anywhere from over $1 million a year in dog training, what our Oklahoma City location did last year, to 25, 35 grand a month.
To train and get trained by us for Tip Top Canine, to run your own Tip Top Canine, you would be with us for 6 weeks here in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
So we've been married for 7 years.
8 years.
8 years. So if you're watching this video, you're like, hey, maybe I want to be a dog trainer. Hey, that one sounds super amazing. Go to our website, tiptopcanine.com, click on the yellow franchising tab, fill out the form, and Rachel and I will give you a call. Our Oklahoma City location last year, they did over $1 million. He's been running that shop for 3 years. Before he was a youth pastor with 0 sales experience, 0 dog training experience before he ever met with us.
So just call us, come spend a day with us, spend a couple days with us, make sure you like training dogs, and own your own business.
Well, the biggest reason to buy a Tip Top Canine is so you own your own job and you own your own future, and you don't hate your life. You get an enjoyable job that brings a lot of income but is really rewarding.
My name is Seth Flint, and I had originally heard about Tip Top Canine through my old pastors who I worked for. They trained their Great Pyrenees with Ryan and Tip Top Canine. They did a phenomenal job and became really good friends with Ryan and Rachel. I was working at a local church, and it was a great experience. I ended up leaving there and working with Ryan and Tip Top Canine. The biggest thing that I really enjoy about being self-employed is that I can create my own schedule. I have the ability to spend more time with my family, my wife and my daughter. So my very favorite thing about training dogs with Tip Top Canine is that I get to work with the people. Obviously, I love working with dogs, but it's just so rewarding to be able to train a dog that had serious issues, whether it's behavioral or whatever, and seeing a transformation, taking that dog home, and mom and dad are literally in tears because of how happy they are with the training. If somebody is interested, I'd say don't hesitate. Make sure you like dogs. Make sure that you enjoy working with people because we're not just dog trainers. We are customer service people that help dogs, and so definitely don't hesitate. Just come in and ask questions. Ask all the questions you have.